Hi, this is Zibby Owens, and you're listening to Totally Booked with Zibby, formerly Moms Don't Have Time to Read Books. In my daily show, I interview today's latest best-selling, buzziest, or underrated authors and story creators whose work I think is worth your time. As a bookstore owner, publisher, author, and obviously podcaster, I get a comprehensive look at everything that's coming out and spend my time curating the best books so you don't have to. Stay in the know, get insider insights, and connect with guests like I do every single day. For more information, go to zibbymedia.com and follow me on Instagram at Zibby Owens. Welcome to Totally Booked with Zibby. I'm here today with Ziggy Marley. This is the most close name to mine ever, so special occasion. I will read Ziggy's bio, and then we're going to talk about PAJAMMIN.
Yeah.
Okay. Ziggy Marley is an 8-time Grammy winner, Emmy winner, musician, producer, humanitarian, and author with a long history of projects for kids and families, including the picture books I Love You Too, My Dog Romeo, and Music is in Everything. He is the eldest son of reggae icons Bob Marley and Rita Marley. When he's not making music or writing books, Ziggy likes to play chess and soccer and enjoys cooking and gardening. He lives in Los Angeles with his wife Orly and their children. Welcome.
Baby.
Yay! Okay, congratulations on PAJAMMIN, your latest book. Look how great this is. Yay! Tell everybody a little bit about PAJAMMIN and how it came to be.
Yeah, PAJAMMIN. So the context of it is that when I speak to my kids or when I want them to do something, I make up songs, I make up rhymes, I make up jingles. So I speak to them through music a lot of times, whether it's bedtime or time to brush your teeth. I usually make up some kind of song. For example, like my youngest one is 9 now, but when the others were younger, when it was time to brush your teeth, I would make up a song like, brush up, brush up, brush up, brush up, brush it on the top. Brush it, so.
Keep going. We might have to use this one.
So we'll communicate through music and my imagination and their imagination. We're using, the kids' imagination as well. So PAJAMMIN is in that vein where, we're going to go, it's a pajama party, it's time for bed, let's go PAJAMMIN. And my father have a song called Jammin', and, I took the energy from that and kind of just created this alternative language to speak to kids through rhythm and music,
Does it work?
Yeah, it work.
Yeah?
It work, man, it work. Definitely work. I have proof, yeah.
Do you want to read a page or two of the book?
Yeah.
To everybody? Do you mind?
Why not? Yes.
Yeah. I feel like you...
And it's funny because the audiobook that's coming out, it's going to be not reading but singing it.
Oh, well, you can sing this. Go ahead. Just put you on the spot.
I want to read this one. This one. All right. It started in the day, way before sleepy time. The excitement was building for a very jamming-filled occasion. The plans were made, the invite sent. Today is here and tonight is next. The perfect time to do this thing. It's an old tradition, PAJAMMIN. There is no when, there is no how. You can start the party now, right now. I sit waiting for the sun to set, then I'll take a bath and get all dressed. Mix and match in colors we can help each other through. Polka dots or stripes, you can wear whatever you like. Superheroes, dolls, soccer balls, it doesn't matter. Because we're PAJAMMIN. I'm PAJAMMIN with you, we're PAJAMMIN, and I hope you like PAJAMMIN too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh. So how old are your kids?
So my oldest, I have 7 kids. My oldest is like 30-something. My youngest is 9. My daughter, Judah, she's 20, just turned 20. She's in college. Gideon is 18. He's getting ready to go to college. Abram 14-year-old, and Isaiah 9. I have 2 older daughters, in them 20s,
So what is your secret to parenting here?
Secret? I don't know if it's a secret, but, we just try to lead by example. Words can do something, but example really teaches children. That's how I grew up. I grew up learning by example, seeing, observing. So how you live your life is how you're going to teach your kids. You know what I mean? So we live a life of love and charity, helping each other out, being respectful, and every now and again you have to say something. Yeah. But the majority is by example.
And tell me a little more about all your humanitarian work.
Humanitarian work? Well, it's all humanitarian work, for real. This is humanitarian work. We're all just spreading some joy and love, But we have a foundation called Urge where we raise funds for help children, education basically. But every day is humanitarian work. Life is humanitarian work. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
When did you decide you wanted to start writing children's books? Like what brought that on? I know this is not your first book.
Right. No, well, I mean, it started when I did a record for children called Family Time. That was a few years ago. And I don't know, because I feel like, we're all here to do something, on different levels, right? Some people famous, some people not, but we're all here to do something with each other and share stuff with each other. So when I figured out that I am here to raise a consciousness, to spread love, that's a part of who I am. I was like, all right, I've been making records for a while, but then something said, you have to speak to children, because that's the only way, really. The only way is to start young. You can't, the change not going to happen with, the change going to happen with the change what we want to see in the world. It's going to come from the seeds that we're planting with the children.
So you're saying it's too late for all of us.
Yeah.
We're going to give up at this point.
No, you're not going to give up. You're going to plant the seeds.
Oh, okay. We're planting.
Yeah, you're going to plant the seeds, That's what we're here for. We're here to plant the seeds and then nourish the tree to grow so the fruits are good.
Okay.
Not bad,
This is why you love gardening, right?
Yes. This is what we learned from gardening.
Yeah, there we go.
So, so that's why I really went into that children's space. Because it's something that you have to speak to children. That's the only, I'm wasting my time.
Yeah. You better get
Unless
out.
I'm speaking.
Yeah, I mean, what are you even doing here? Leave. No, I'm kidding.
So yeah, that's my incentive, and it's true. So I'm happy, and it's a part of. I'm a child. My imagination, and I'm a child really. Tell the truth. I'm my age thing and my body old, but I still have a childlike mind. I'm still learning. I'm still taking in things. I'm still evolving as a child. I'm not there yet. So my mind is very open.
A child with 7 other children. It's like a big playgroup.
True. True. That's true. That's true.
How do you try to spread so much love at a time where there feels like there is so much hate?
Yeah, I think about it. Sometimes you get kind of down about it. You know what I'm saying? But if they can do it, so can I. If they can spread hate, then I can spread love. So if they're so adamant about their hate, we have to be even more adamant about our love. It's the only way, because it's only the willing to see their dreams, right? So if he's willing or she's willing to spread anger and hate, and we are not willing to push back with love and positivity, then it's a battle of wills. My will's strong. I'm going to have a strong will. I'm going to get frustrated and down sometime, but love is so much stronger than hate. It's so much more powerful. So we're not going to, we just... And it feels good to love. It really feels good to love. There's not like love. Hate is not a good feeling. Hate it's a downer. Love is a upper. So it feels good for love and have that in you. And love for everyone, really, even those who might not like you or whatever. But just, I'm not against anyone, really. You know what I mean? We just have to be willing for, just as they are or even more than they are, to spread their hate. We have to be more willing to spread our love. And that's how we're going to do it.
So maybe Love is an Upper will be your next book.
Love is... we do a book together.
Okay,
right? Ziggy and Zibby.
Perfect. Zibby
and Ziggy,
yes, I love it. Yes. You heard it here first, everybody. Do you have other books in the works?
Not right. No, I've been working on some music, so getting ready to do that.
Tell us about your upcoming tour and everything.
Upcoming tour, yeah. We have some shows here close by in Ventura in a couple of weeks. But then in the fall, I'm going on tour with one of a great legendary artist in reggae music called Burning Spear, who is like a father figure to me in the music, He's in the same vein as my father, those people that we respect in the arts that we do. So I'm going to tour with him. And that, for me, that's very historic and very significant as a student of that art. This is like one of the masters of the art,
Yeah.
So it's good to be with one of the masters as a student,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're always learning. So
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta, yeah.
Exactly.
It's like tutorial.
Yeah.
And speaking of your dad, you have a documentary that you produced that you're re-releasing. Right? Tell me about that.
Yeah, we did a documentary a few years ago. The family did. I was an executive producer along with my mother. It's kind of the definitive documentary, which we were a part of. The family was a part of. So yeah, it's his 80th birthday this year. So we, re-release it for a limited thing and people can check it out. So if they want to really get in depth and know a little bit more about him, this documentary is a good one for that,
Is there anything in there that's a big surprise to people who feel like they know?
I'm sure there's a lot will be in there that is a big surprise. I mean, I don't know how much people know, but this is from the people that were closest to him, speaking about him and speaking about himself. So you get a different perspective.
Yep.
You know?
And what was it like for you growing up with such a important, iconic father who's also a father figure to so many?
Well, I remember I grew up, then it wasn't like that. When I was growing up, it wasn't like now.
Right.
Right? So it's a different time. He was a well-known musician in Jamaica, artist, well-respected, loved. So, it's like he was somebody when I was growing up, but not this big icon that he is now. And growing up with him it's just a musician, travel, studio, play with him friends. There was no big thing about it or anything I would say, oh wow, it was, for us it was normal. It's our life. But music was around all the time. Music, and we talk about by example.
Yep.
So the example that we see him showing us is work ethics. Work hard, discipline. The music, fitness, your body. I saw that as a boy. Also how him treat people, his humbleness, humility. I saw that too. I learned from that too. So that's what it was like. I mean, him get big and big as time goes on. And you kind of realize as you grow with his growth, you realize him meaning more and more to the world, and becoming much more a gravitational force for people and things and stuff, So you see, like, it get bigger and bigger. You can see that, yeah.
So it never makes you feel like nervous, like, oh, how could I produce an album that could ever be as big?
Oh,
This is my own neuroses.
No, man, because you're not thinking about that. You're just being who you are. You just make it. You're just being yourself. If you're not being yourself, then it's a problem. If you're not being who you are, your true calling or your true self, then that you're gonna think about those things. But if you're just being you,
yeah.
I mean, it might be a twinkling of thought that comes and goes, but it's not a dominant thing that's on you all the time. Obviously, you hear people talk or whatever, but no, man. I mean, and after a while, you grow and you learn. And you kind of just become, from the caterpillar to the butterfly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's go through stages, Yeah.
So when you're creating a book or you're creating a song or you're creating, how do you get into that mindset? And what is the magic? How does it happen?
Well, I mean, it kind of, in a way, it gets harder through time because, I mean, there's so much creativity out there going on. How can your creativity... There's so much there. There's so much information. But then it's like there's a magical element, but in now, like at the present time, the magical element is only a part of it. It's not all of it. There's also a scientific element to it now. Yeah, because early in my career, it was only the magic. It was good. The magic is good. But now you learn, and you grow, and you realize some reality that is beyond the magic now. There's a scientific thing going on where sometimes you have to start think more, especially now because, as I said, there's so much songs written, music being made. So sometimes you have to put aside the magic and really come with like knowledge, like real, and start thinking about things. And I've been thinking about things more now, and it works. It's a growth. It's a growth, and it works for me. So. The magic is always the beginning of it, though. The magic is the beginning. If it's not magic at the beginning, then like that is out. You can't start without the magic. So the magic is always the beginning, and then some of the practical stuff comes in play later on.
It's like how people talk about marriage. If you don't have the magic in the beginning, forget it. It's not going to get better. Anyway, off topic, but it's okay. Anyway, okay. So what are your hopes and dreams on this tour for you? You're going to be reading the book. I know you're going to the Grove and you're doing lots of other fun things. When you talk to a crowd, like what is it you're most hoping? Like what are you hoping that this book does aside from bring joy, which I assume is a big piece of it?
Well, tell the truth, I'm not hoping for anything.
Low expectations. I like it.
No expectations. No, and I wrote this and people here and I'm sharing it and I have no expectations or hopes. Just whatever it does for you, let it do. I don't want to do what I wanted to do. I want to do what it does for you. I don't have no sort of, hey, I need this to do this. Mm-hmm. It's up to the reader or the family or the kids to get what they get. I did the work, I did the art, I did the thing, and I'm satisfied with that, and I'm happy people take a look at it and, get joy from it, but no expectations.
So what's something that you still haven't done in your life that you still want to do?
I think about skydiving. For real. I like anything that flies. I like stuff that fly. Airplanes, birds, I like that. So, but I'm scared of that,
Yeah, so maybe don't do that then.
But maybe, I don't know. And flying planes, I'd like to fly planes too. Yeah.
Did you see the rocket? Did any of you see the rocket, the SpaceX rocket took off from
today?
Last night? Last night? Yeah.
Yeah.
Too late for that one, but.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any advice for aspiring creatives of any type?
Yeah, I'll share experience. I'll share experience, and if that helps somebody, you know what I mean? Because my experience is different. Like, the advice I give someone might not work for them. So I would also give my experience and say that for me, it's a discipline. It's a discipline. It's not a fly-by-night. It's not like hurry up. It's not hurry up and get it. It's like, it's a discipline. It's a lifestyle for me. And it have meaning. It have meaning that is not just a selfish thing. Because, it have a deeper meaning. Mm-hmm. And put in the work. You got to work it. You got to work it. You got to live it. You got to work it. Keep working it. Keep working. I learned to write down everything in my head now. Even if it don't make any sense. One day it makes sense, later on there's a thing I've been working on and I'll go back and say, oh yeah, this makes sense with that now. But it didn't make any sense at the time. So yeah, man, just keep work at your art. Live your art, work at it. If you can, do as much of it if you're passionate about it,
And what are you most afraid of?
Afraid? What am I afraid of? Skydiving.
Oh. We took that off the menu, remember? We are not going to...
No, but I'm thinking, what else am I afraid of? I mean, you have feelings of fear that comes and goes. But if I have to face it, I'm willing to face it. So, I mean, fear... I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I'm fearful of something, but I don't know.
I'm jealous of that answer.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
All right.
I'm not sure.
How often are you getting back to Jamaica?
Every now and again, not much, but every now and again I go home. Usually it's to do some of the work, the humanitarian work that we do. Build homes for people that don't have homes or, feed a community. So when I go to Jamaica, I really don't go to vacation. I really go for give back, Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you for inspiring all of us. I know I am totally inspired. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you. Zibby.
Thank you for listening to Totally Booked with Zibby, formerly Moms Don't Have Time to Read Books. If you loved the show, tell a friend, leave a review, follow me on Instagram @ZibbyOwens, and spread the word. Thanks so much. Oh, and buy the books.